Another volatile day for the markets as the trade war turns into a staring contest between the U.S. and China. The Trump administration indicating it is taking calls from nearly 70 countries to negotiate on tariffs. So let's take a look at our interactive stock market heat map. This is brought to you by FinViz. It's showing the top 500 stocks, all of this in real time. The red indicates the stock is down, the green means it's up, and the size of the box represents the size of the company. So another down day today in what's becoming a trend. So CBS News MoneyWatch correspondent Kelly O'Grady joining us live now to break it down. Hi, Kelly. Thanks so much. Walk us through the stocks today because we opened higher and gained some ground, and then talk about how we ended up.
Well, I think, Jules, I said the exact same thing to you yesterday when we talked. Strap in as I walk you through the roller coaster of the day. So, yes, we did open quite high. The Dow was actually up over 1,400 points at one time. There was a lot of investor excitement that there could be some negotiations and deals to be had. You know, we are hearing from the White House that over 50 plus countries are calling and coming to the table. And so there was a lot of excitement that maybe this deadline that's coming at midnight might not be as severe as originally expected. Then as we got closer and closer to midnight, and none of those talks have yet materialized into firm deals or stays or whatever might come of those talks, you started to see that those gains start to go away. And you know, around midday or so, we were still in the green. The last 30 minutes of trading, Jules, was I would look at my phone to just check where stocks were, and we were down close to 800 points at one point. We did ultimately finish up not as bad, but this really speaks to the volatility and just the reactionary mindset that investors are in right now.
Yeah, I kept doing a refresh as well, and it certainly was changing, minute by minute. Let's talk about this. President Trump says all these tariffs will be worth it to bring manufacturing back to the U.S. So let's dig a little bit deeper. Are we set up for that? What would that look like in the United States?
So there's a number of different things that would need to come into play in order to make that possible. So the obvious one is time. This is just going to take time. There are some industries that have existing factories that have capacity, but by and large, a lot of the manufacturing capabilities that we might have had decades ago are no longer there. And so it would take time to build those up. It would also take money, billions, and billions and billions and maybe trillions of dollars in order to do that. The other thing is labor. We need people to build out that manufacturing capability. Right now, the manufacturing industry is actually short people already in order to fill some of those tougher roles. And so if you bring more of that here, it's great in terms of more American jobs, but we actually need the bodies to fill those roles. And another big one is energy, Jules. This isn't something that is being talked about a ton. I mean, we did just hear, of course, the president is making some investments in energy, but there needs to be more electricity in order to power these factories. That's something that we have heard across a number of different industries, whether it be AI or electric vehicles. If we bring more manufacturing here, we're going to need more power that a lot of experts I'm talking to are saying that the grid just currently doesn't have right now.
All right, Kelly O'Grady, as always, thanks so much.